Otsuka and Lundbeck's PTSD drug, FDA panel rejects support. A major setback just rocked the PTSD treatment landscape. A groundbreaking drug candidate from two pharmaceutical giants has been rejected by US regulators. But here's where it gets controversial. This isn't just any rejection, it's the first significant attempt in over 20 years to bring a novel PTSD medication to market. Let's break down what just happened and why it matters to millions of trauma survivors. Otsuka Pharmaceutical and its Danish partner H. Lundbeck, the companies behind the antidepressant Rexulti, had high hopes for brexpiprazole, a drug they've been developing as an add-on therapy for post-traumatic stress disorder. On Friday, a critical FDA advisory panel delivered a crushing blow with a 10-1 vote, declaring that the drug's effectiveness hadn't been proven when combined with sertraline, a commonly prescribed antidepressant. This decision throws a wrench in the company's plans to become the first to offer a new PTSD treatment since the 1990s. And this is the part most people miss: the panel's skepticism wasn't about safety concerns. Instead, they questioned whether the drug's benefits outweighed its risks in clinical trials. For context, PTSD affects nearly 40 million Americans annually, yet treatment options have remained largely unchanged for decades. The companies argued that their drug could help patients who don't respond to existing therapies, but the FDA panel wasn't convinced by the data. Here's the twist: some experts argue the panel might be holding the drug to an unfairly high standard. After all, PTSD is a complex condition with no perfect cure, just symptom management. Could this be a missed opportunity for patients in desperate need of new options? Or is the FDA simply protecting public health by demanding stronger evidence? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think the panel made the right call, or should the FDA give this drug another chance? Share your perspective in the comments below, and don't forget to ask your healthcare provider about the latest PTSD treatment options available now. FDA panel rejects Otsuka's PTSD treatment. What went wrong? The US Food and Drug Administration, FDA, panel has voted against Otsuka Pharma's combination of brexpiprazole, chemically known as sertraline, with Zoloft for treating adults with PTSD. This decision comes amid mixed trial results and concerns over adverse events. The panel, which includes independent advisors, rejected the efficacy of the drug based on data from late-stage studies, stating that the combination may offer benefits over standalone sertraline but did not meet the criteria for approval. The FDA delayed its decision to seek input from the panel until July 18, 2025, citing concerns about long-term antipsychotic use. Key findings include: PTSD affects approximately 4% of U.S. adults, often triggered by stressors like war veterans or natural disasters. However, civilians may also experience symptoms from trauma. Panelist Pamela Shaw emphasized the importance of considering negative study results when making decisions, while Walter Dunn highlighted the risks of long-term antipsychotics. Otsuka will continue working with the FDA as part of its review process. The drug, approved in the U.S. for treating agitation in Alzheimer's patients and depression, is seen as a promising option after Zoloft and GSK's Paxil. The decision reflects ongoing debates about the effectiveness and safety of new treatments. FDA rejects Rexulti for PTSD, treatment setback explained. Revolutionizing PTSD treatment, why the delay? Rebecca Barbie, PAC, CAQ Psych, offers her perspective as we approach the pivotal FDA meeting regarding brexpiprazole for PTSD treatment. As the date for the U.S. Food and Drug Administration's Psychopharmacologic Drugs Advisory Committee meeting draws near, Rebecca Barbie, a physician associate at Southlake Psychiatry in Davidson, North Carolina, poses a critical question: what has taken so long? This meeting will focus on the supplemental new drug application for brexpiprazole, Rexulti, in conjunction with sertraline for treating post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, in adults. Barbie emphasizes the distinctiveness of brexpiprazole, highlighting its strong binding affinity not only to serotonin and dopamine but also to norepinephrine. She explains, it makes sense why this would be considered for PTSD treatment. Many clinicians have already been prescribing it for major depressive disorder, and it's possible that some patients also experience PTSD. The landscape of medication options for PTSD is quite limited, according to Barbie. She states, there aren't many choices available for treating PTSD, which underscores the importance of introducing agents like brexpiprazole. This development is a significant acknowledgement that both the industry and healthcare providers are listening to patients and actively seeking more effective solutions to assist them. Barbie also stresses the importance of routinely assessing patients for trauma history. She shares, with every new patient, I screen for a history of trauma, but I also revisit this a few months later. It can be incredibly challenging for individuals to discuss sensitive topics during an initial evaluation, and building rapport is essential for them to open up. While the FDA Advisory Committee meeting does not equate to an approval process, it is a crucial step that may lead to one. The FDA describes the committee's role as providing independent expert advice on various scientific matters to aid the agency in making informed decisions based on the best available evidence. Although the recommendations made by advisory committees are non-binding, the FDA typically adheres to them. It has been 2 decades since a new treatment for PTSD was approved, making this upcoming meeting on Friday, July 18, 2025, a highly anticipated event. The meeting will be accessible to the public, allowing for broader engagement. Barbie expresses her enthusiasm, stating, I am very excited and hopeful about the potential outcomes of this meeting. For comprehensive coverage of the meeting, including expert insights on the implications of the decisions made, be sure to visit psychiatrictimes.com. References. 1. FDA. July 18, 2025, Meeting of the Psychopharmacologic Drugs Advisory Committee Meeting Announcement. Press Release. Access July 16, 2025. 2. Kunz L. Rexulti in combination with sertraline for PTSD, upcoming FDA Advisory Committee discussion. Psychiatric Times. July 16, 2025. Access July 16, 2025.